Hello guys, welcome back to another drawing video, and today I am actually doing some original art, so no art boxes or anything like that today. And as you may know by now, if you've been following me for a while, I am very inspired by the nature and animals and supernatural or mythical creatures. So when I was planning this video and I sat there with my sketchbook and my pencil just sketching a random circle to get started on something, and then this creature popped up in my head, I knew I wanted to draw a lot of hair and horns and antlers. So yeah, I like doing these nature creatures. I don't really know her story yet though, she's still a bit of a mystery to me. What I tried to do with this piece was to relax a little. This is what I would call a bigger art piece, not big in size, but it is a drawing I spend a little extra time and effort on. And what has been kind of a problem for me when doing larger art pieces like this one is that I get this performance anxiety. I get a little nervous doing something wrong, because when I do something wrong in a drawing, I tend to feel very disappointed in myself and I want to start all over again, and it takes me so much time and energy doing so. It's very time consuming, and I notice whenever I do sketches that I don't care that much about, they turn out so much more alive and playful when I don't have this made up pressure on me. So yeah, I try to loosen up a little, and I try to not care too much if there is something that doesn't turn out exactly the way I wanted. And yes, the line art isn't perfect, but it doesn't really matter, I think, because it adds to the personality of the drawing and the character. And working on an art piece is a little like a journey, and when you're on a journey there are only so many things that you can plan ahead, that you can predict. You cannot exactly know or predict everything that is going to happen. You just have to take it as it comes, and sometimes it turns out great and another time it turns out a little less good, and you just have to try again next time. And yeah, that is how I am trying to think about it anyway. And speaking of the line art, here I am only using a brush-tipped pen that is called, if I can pronounce it right, Copic Gasenfude. I got it in this December sketch box that I haven't had the time to make a video about yet, but wow, I really love this pen. I really like real brush-tipped pens, but most of them doesn't really work that great with markers unless you draw on top of the markers afterwards. And since this is from Copic, I think it is made to stand the alcohol-based markers better, so you can actually use the markers on top of the pen without the ink smudging. And I still made most of the line art after the coloring because that's what I prefer to do, but I like having the option if I want to go back and adjust anything in the coloring after I made the line art. It still smudged a little, but I think I didn't give it enough time to dry properly. It was a little tricky to get the hang of at first, but after a while using it, it is just amazing. The line weight turned out so beautiful and vivid. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with this piece, and I'm really liking adding this thicker line art with a lot of details and swirls and extra lines, and that it turns out a little sketchy. What I'm also very proud of is that I managed to make something that doesn't look exactly like everything else that I make, like with a pose and all that. I've also been doing some hand studies lately, so I actually made a hand that I'm fairly happy with. Also, now when I have your attention, I thought I would do some self-promotion. If you watched my Art and YouTube Goals 2017 video that I posted a few weeks ago, you may know that I talked about starting up a second YouTube channel where I could share stuff that doesn't really fit on this art channel. So I want to let you know that I have started up a new channel that is called It's Me Marie, and that I have posted one video so far, and hopefully there will be more videos in the future. I will leave a link in the description box below so you can go check out the channel and the video and subscribe if you want to see more from me. It is still under construction arching kind of, but I'm working on it. I also wanted to make a background to make it more detailed and interesting, and I used a softer coloring style to make the girl stand out more from it. And what I also wanted to achieve in this drawing is making a person with a bit darker skin color than I usually do. I normally draw a lot of pale people, and there is no special reason for that really. It's just the way that I have preferred to draw them. It's what I am comfortable with, but I know that someone suggested that I should draw more people with darker skin tones, so I tried to do that here in this drawing. And I know she is not super dark, but I thought this tone was a nice contrast with her hair, and it was fitting for the character and the environment. And before, when I only had my pro markers to work with, there weren't that many darker skin tones to choose from, but now when I have a bunch of Copics too, with more color options, it will be easier for me doing different skin tones. I'm normally very strategic when it comes to the way I work, the way I make the drawings. I first lay down all the colors and then the line art and the highlights at the end, but this time I worked a little here and a little there instead, in no specific order really. A bit of coloring and a bit of line art. I didn't do a lot of highlights either, as I normally do, and it was just nice doing things differently for once. So yeah, I think that's all I had to say for now about this piece. I am very happy with it and I hope you like it too. Leave a like in the comment if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new here. Thanks for watching and keep drawing my happy cats. Bye!